Most people who started trading this year will lose money in the first 90 days, not because trading doesn't work or the market is rigged, but they skipped the first step and jumped straight to step 5. They watch a reel on social media, open a trading account the very same day, only to blow it up in 2 weeks. This video is going to show you exactly how to fix it. Today, I'll be giving you the actual order of operations, every step in the right sequence, the boring stuff nobody shows you on social media. If you follow this step-by-step guide, you'll be so many steps ahead of those people who call themselves traders. Step 1. Decide what you're actually trading. The trading market isn't all the same. We have Forex, stocks, commodities, cryptos, and indices. Different markets, different hours, and completely different risk profile. Forex trades 24 hours a day, 5 days a week, and is driven mostly by interest rates and global economic news. Stocks only trade during exchange hours and they move on company earnings, sector performance, and broader economic dates. Crypto trades every single day of the week, including weekends, and it tends to be the most volatile of the three, with the biggest swings in a short period of time. There is no universal best market here. What matters is picking one, going deep without scratching the surface, watching 5 charts every day and understanding none of them. Most beginners who failed didn't fail because they chose the wrong market. They failed because they never chose anyone at all. Step 2. Learn before you fund an account. Before any real money moves, you need to know the stems. Code, not roughly, code. Spread. This is your gap between the buy price and the sell price, which is essentially your cost to enter a trade. Leverage. This is the borrowed buying power that lets you control a position that your account balance would allow. Margin, the portion of your own money the brokers hold aside to open that leverage position. Stop loss and take profits. This is the two orders that automatically close your trade at a level you decided on in advance. PEEP. This is the smallest standard price movement a currency pair or asset can make. And volatility, how sharply and unpredictable the price is moving in a given window of time. Understand how you can lose money before you get excited about how you can make it. Leverage cuts across both ways. It multiplies your losses as fast as it multiplies your gains. And this is the part most content conveniently leave out. You don't need to spend so much money on a course to learn any of this. University tab on my training land will teach you every fundamental knowledge you need to know for free. And this is not an opportunity to upsell you into any signal group afterwards. It's just to transfer knowledge and so you can be ahead of your fellow traders. Step 3. Open a demo account and actually use it properly. Every regulated broker gives you a free demo account with fake money but real life market prices. This is the mistake most beginners make. They demo trade for 2 to 3 days, get bored because there's no real money on the line, close the account, open a live account way too early, and this is the most common single reason why most beginners lose their first deposit. Now, how can we fix this? Trade on your demo account long enough until you can convince yourself that you can follow your own rules and not just get lucky few times in a row. If you can't follow your own rules and risk with fake money sitting in front of you, how then do you think funding an account will magically fix that? It's only going to amplify your losses and make them more expensive. Step 4. Choose a regulated broker. And don't skip this part no matter how good a deal looks. Regulations come first, features come second, always. Please note that Forex is not regulated in Nigeria. However, it is good that when choosing a broker, choose a broker that has a license with Tier 1 regulators. Look out for regulators like FCA in the United Kingdom, ASIC in Australia, or SISEC in Cyprus. FCA and ASIC are Tier 1 regulators, but your broker will most likely place you on a Tier 3 regulator where there are low strict requirements. But if they have a Tier 1 or a Tier 2 license, it means they have a reputation to protect and you don't need to worry. Step 5. Risk management is the actual skill and not a side note. You hear this rule everywhere. Risk 1 to 2% of your account's balance per trade. Here's the actual reason that number exists. It means a losing streak And you having losing streaks doesn't wipe your entire account before you even have the opportunity to learn from it. Always use a stop loss, no exceptions. A lot of beginners say this: I will watch it and close it manually if anything goes wrong. But our emotions tend to get in between the way, and we need them to switch off. Your position size, it's what determines how much risk you can take per trade, and not your gut feeling in the heat of the moment. And never ever, under any circumstance, trade with money that is set aside for rent, medical bills, debt repayments, or any form of emergency. If losing that money is going to genuinely hurt your life, then that is the wrong money to be trading with in the first place. Full stop. Step 6. Pick one unique strategy and stick with it. Repeat that strategy over and over again. Most beginners lose 2 trades in a row and go hunting and searching for completely different strategies. That is not a strategy problem. That is a discipline problem in disguise. A strategy only needs 3 parts: a clear entry rule, so you know exactly what you're looking for before you click buy or sell; a clear exit rule, meaning your stop loss and take profit are set before you enter; and a specific condition or time window for when you are allowed to look for a setup in the first place. Simple and boring beats complicated and inconsistent every single time, especially in your first year of doing this. Step 7. Keep a trading journal from day one. Do not wait till month 3 when you've already forgotten why you made your entry mistakes. Log every trade: your entry price, your exit price, the reason you got in, the reason you got out, and honestly, how you felt when it was happening. And this is exactly how you uncover those quiet mistakes that kept repeating, that no course or mentor will spot for you, because nobody was in your head when you were trading. Review that journal every single week and adjust your approach based on your own data and not someone else's highlight reels. Step 8. Start small. When you finally go live, fund your account with an amount that you're fully ready and genuinely prepared to lose when you're still learning the ropes. Treat the early stage as a period of learning and not just making income, because that is exactly what it is. Expect the real learning to take months and not days, because that's when actual consistency begin to show up in your results. Only scale up your account after you've proven consistency over time, not after one week gets you excited or greedy. And finally, here's the honest part I'll be closing on. There are no shortcuts that skips discipline, no matter how bad you want one. Anyone that is showing off rented cars on Instagram stories, telling you about guaranteed profit in a very short time frame, know that they're only seeing you as fantasy and not a skill. Traders who actually make it treat this as a skill built over months and even years, with repeated processes and real risk management. If you enjoy watching this video, please like, subscribe, and share this video to someone who really needs to hear this. I'll see you in my next one. Bye!